Anyway, so we're going to get the serious shit out the way real quick. I don't know if anybody saw this. And what was so crazy to me, so there's this girl on IG. I've known her for quite some time. In fact, the way we met was absolutely insane. She's bad, she's cute, you know, whatever. She knows she is. But she do dumb shit that just has me just like the whole eye roll, fuck, that sort of situation, like that sort of thing. But she put up a video the other day, and it surprised me that she put it up. And I know it was more for a clout sort of situation, but it was concerning Jordan Peterson. And then, of course, afterward, I ended up seeing this, which was it was a couple days ago when this video or this whole, I guess, interview went down with him and Piers Morgan, whatever. And there was one very specific section of it that I thought was really, really interesting, especially knowing the outside portion of this one section. Jordan Peterson gets emotional talking about Olivia Wilde's incel comparison. But wait, you know what? We're going to watch this version of it and see what they have to say about it. I said I was there. I was Morgan's tie. All right, we going to kill the music real quick. And then watch this, because this is really fucking interesting. It's crazy to me that this broad said that shit. Olivia Wilde, of all people. I don't know if y'all know who she is, but I'll lightweight give you some insight of that bitch in a minute. Just to knock the serious shit out the way.
Wilde has a new movie out, which she says is based on you, this insane man, this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Incel being these weirdo loner men who are despicable in many ways. Is that you? Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure. Why not?
It's funny you should say that.
People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. You know, what a terrible thing to do that is.
Funny you should say that.
I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
It's making you emotional. Talk about it.
Well, God, you know. It's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are. Man, fair enough. But all these men who are alienated, it's like they're lonesome.
I'll say something about that in a second, for real.
And they don't know what to do, and everyone piles abuse on them.
You've been so controlled today, and yet in that brief moment, you got very emotional. Why?
It's really something to see.
He takes a lot of time and thought in the shit he says.
Constantly. How many people are dying for lack of an encouraging word?
Yeah, y'all think that, but
that if you're careful.
I'll tell you exactly why.
Give credit where credit is due. And to say, you're a net force for good if you want to be.
Do you believe you're a net force for good?
Mistakes as they stumble uphill.
Jordan's been a fascinating interview.
Yeah, that was pretty much the gist of what he had to say.
It's so funny that we live in a world where every feminist and their girlfriends are talking about men do this, men need to show more emotion. Dude starts crying about how sad and lonely men are, and women are like, you fucking loser. See?
Telling people that Jordan Peterson helped you become a man is possibly one of the most embarrassing cell phones one could muster up. And this is coming from a blue-haired SJW. Yeah, exactly. See, that's the thing. It's funny you guys made that assessment of it, because when I saw it yesterday, I hadn't seen this version with them, and I like these two because of the fact that, you know, they tend to take a lot of different stances on things. There's some stuff that I don't agree with them on, that, you know, it might be outside of the stretch of their understanding, I think. But in this case right here, this is exactly the type of shit. And what you guys said, well, I thought this was funny, was because I had read some of the comments on a couple of these videos, but I think they got more than what I read.
I've always known to be true since I was a young man. All this talk about feminists are for young men, it's lies. It's a cat.
I could watch clips of Jordan Peterson crying all day. Man, this guy loves crying. Look at his mood immediately turned when Morgan describes incels as weirdo loner men. And I bet this shitbag Aaron is a so-called male feminist. I can bet you any amount of money. Y'all know me. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep it a stack at all times. Kiss my ass on how you feel about it, but I'm going to tell you the truth about the situation. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it got to that point for him, I believe. Not Jordan Peterson literally crying over the plight of incels. That's what the bottom one says, since you can't read all of it. F. Thought Witch Gerald. That's that bitch's name. Okay, that hoe over there, Witch Gerald. Okay.
I swear to God.
It's a cat.
I swear to God.
Why would you need...
Does Jordan Peterson take estrogen? I just can't imagine someone who purports to have so much testosterone crying this often scientifically.
Why would you need men's rights activists? You guys are seeing it right now.
I swear to God.
You're
That shit
seeing it right
about wanting...
The only thing that keeps me going every day is the knowledge that Jordan Peterson is going to put out another strange video of him crying about a weird verse in the Bible or about how young men are oppressed by blue jeans or something. And bam. Here you go. Let me explain something to y'all. I think I missed something. Does too much testosterone remove tear ducts? No, it does not. Just like I think it was Abba who said it at the very beginning. Women will sit there and say, oh my God, guys, oh my God, you need to be more open with me. Tell me what's going on in your life. Oh my God, show some emotion. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you ever fucking do it. I'm telling you right now. The only motherfuckers you should ever talk to about shit going on in your life, if you having a fucked up day and you gonna show any form of weakness, should be to your homies. You know why? Because your boy's gonna understand that. Ladies, I'm sorry, and I know there's a lot of y'all that watch this. Listen, I know what my viewership is, and thank y'all. Nina, I know you in here too. YouTube, 40% of fucking viewers are female, and they watch no matter what we talk about, and they talk to me. They send me messages, everything else. I'm gonna tell you something right now. As soon as you start breaking down in front of a female, especially if that's not your wife, that's just some broad you dating. Oh, this nigga weak. And he crying? Ooh, shit. Hold the fuck up. Oh my God. Girl, you know what he did last night? This motherfucking weak ass nigga was crying because he got laid off. Bitch, who gonna pay my bills? Yo, that's just what it is. That's the reality of the situation. But this grown ass man talking about this situation, first off, you have to understand the age that he's at. You have to understand the things that he's actually gone through in life. You have to understand the actual things that he teaches. The fact that he was a psychiatrist for many, many years. And he understands how many men are nowadays put in this category called incels. Motherfuckers don't even know what that word actually means. And if you don't know, it means to be involuntarily celibate, meaning that you have not had a relationship, or no, not even a relationship, sex, in about the last year. In a year span or longer, all right? Now, for him to be at that age and see all of this shit and be taking in all of this stuff, hearing these stories from men and women about their lives and how the world has now broken them down, but more so men, and seeing how many more men as we spoke about last night, off themselves? How many men end up homeless? How many men end up in divorces that were absolutely fucking retarded, but just because some female was bored or whatever, and then living that life? Or how many young boys who don't even have the fucking ability to go and talk to a girl? No relationship experience, nothing like that. And the reason being that a lot of the girls are looking for men who these boys just aren't. Can't be. It's funny to me, if somebody ever called me an incel, I'd be like, you got to be the dumbest fuck on this planet. I fuck more than yo. Like, yeah. Let me stop. I don't have those issues. But I can understand when someone talks to me about having those issues. It makes me feel some kind of way. Because it's like, damn, you actually a cool youngster. You got your head on right. You doing all the shit that you supposed to be doing. But bitches don't even look at him. You know what I'm saying? So he's going through that, taking it internally. And then to have it come from someone like Olivia Wilde. This fucking, Olivia Wilde is Miss, oh my God, we have to spread body positivity. We have to be better to each other. The world is a great, oh my God. Bitch, you call him names, but you spread this SJW fucking message. I'm telling you, these people don't give a fuck. They don't care. Then, alongside that, most of y'all probably don't know about her divorce from the dude she was married to. That nigga was hilarious too. Kevin Sudeikis or some shit like that. How I remember his name, I don't know. But yeah, that divorce is messy as fuck. And she was fucking around with another dude at the same time who doesn't even want her now. And then had the nerve to lie on other actors in the production of the movie that they're talking about as well. Went so far as to try and ruin 2 male actors' fucking careers over that movie. But she has the nerve to say something like that about a man who actually helps young men and grown men all over the world. So far as to have gone and worked with Cristiano fucking Ronaldo, who needed Jordan Peterson's help to understand where he was in his life. Really? But this is the type of shit that people say. And every one of these people on here, Riley James, that basic looking bitch had that to say right there. Bruh, come on, man. I'll clown the shit out of this bitch. Like, let's keep it a stack. But motherfuckers want to sit here and say that there's something wrong with him helping young men. Oh, about how young men are oppressed by blue jeans or something. Young men are oppressed at this point in time. I believe that they are. I do. And there's 1,000 reasons why. I won't go into them, but let's just put it like this. A young man's life is meaningless in comparison to a young woman. Tell me I'm wrong. It's a fucking fact. I mean, those types of girls always wonder why they get shitbags instead of a man who is willing to let the walls come down so they can actually care, love you. Facts. Sorry, I feel like I'm being inappropriate with my comments. I know I should, I sound like a mama's boy. No, don't worry about it. Say what you feel. I'm all about that. You guys we talk about shit and we talk about anything and everything. And that's the whole thing right there. Is that, you know what? You can accept what's being said, learn from it, look at it, find out for yourself, or just say, fuck it. It is what it is. That's fine. Hold up. Look at her PFP. She got too much testosterone. And that's the thing right there. Women don't seem to understand that the type of men that they really want to fuck with don't want them acting like, they got the testosterone. Because I tell a bitch in a heartbeat, look, bitch, I'm the dude. All right? I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to like that right now. Toodaloo. Bye-bye. I got no time for dealing with that shit. I know. Listen. Fucked around with and dated quite a few women, been in relationships, and I'm telling you right now, when you are in those relationships, especially for any long period of time, women expect you to be a certain type of man, no matter what the fuck they told you in the beginning. I swear to you, on the greater scale of it, that's how that shit works. But let's go ahead and finish watching this because I want to hear their point of view on this whole thing.
To be more vulnerable and seeing feelings, I swear to God, y'all don't really want it.
No.
Y'all don't.
Hold up. Wait, what?
More vulnerable and seeing feelings, I swear.
Look at this. Another one. Because dudes are under that mindset of, he's just misogynistic and never heard a fucking word from the man. If I had to choose between food, water, and videos of Jordan Peterson crying, I'd probably starve. And you probably deserve to.
Swear to God, y'all don't really want it.
No.
Y'all don't really want it because time to time, whenever that happens,
and dude doesn't have to give a fuck.
Bitch.
Did this nigga have a shirt with ovaries on the back of it? Oh my God.
That bitch.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to see this. Facts. This nigga's got a shirt with ovaries on the back of it. Oh my God. Wow.
Whenever that happens, y'all weaponize that bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
The first thing a girl will do.
Trust.
That is the first thing a girl will do. They will weaponize that shit against you when they get mad. Oh, that time you was fucking crying like a bitch. Like, little dick energy. Wait, bitch. Wait, excuse me? My mama had just died. I don't give a fuck. You still crying like a bitch. You've asked that before. I'll tell you in a minute.
Sorry, keep on going.
So what are your thoughts?
He really he's like, fuck, bruh.
In order to understand certain things, you have to be able to listen. So a lot of things coming to mind, and I don't really know what to understand. I don't really know where to begin. But I'm gonna say this: you have to be able to understand, and you have to be able to listen, which is not what we're doing right now. And I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about society in general. It's funny whenever we ask and we talk about. We always talk about.
I need another bottle of water.
We always talk about tolerance, and people need to be tolerant.
People are full of shit with tolerance.
But the people that are talking to the people that they deem not tolerant are not being tolerant themselves. So you're becoming the thing that you're pointing your finger at without even you noticing. You got to be tolerant. I can't tolerate that. You shouldn't be. Why does he even have a platform? So if I want to tackle some shit that I don't understand, or that's wrong, we need to have a discussion about it to understand where it's from. Maybe there's something in there. I don't know. Maybe there's something in there, something that we're missing.
But that's the thing.
Talk about burning the witch.
People don't do that shit.
You know the era where we used to burn the witch? That era never really stopped. The type of witch we was burning changed.
That's the thing. People don't fucking care about tolerance or understanding. They can't see beyond their own opinions, which are typically wrong. They're typically wrong in their opinions, and they don't even create their own opinions. They're actually taking and nitpicking shit that they saw in a meme, something they saw in some video, something that came from something they heard in passing by. Because they're fucking bots. Most people are fucking bots. They don't take the time to understand anything or to fucking research anything on their own or to really look at things from anyone's perspective other than their own, and then taking the things that they see and hear and molding it to fit their ideology. That's just a truth. Period. Girl, I'm a 10. Boy, I agree you're beautiful. I'm a 10. Girl, bitch, please. Ha! Yo, we talk about that 10 thing. We'll get to that. Yo. Oh, fuck.
So, see him cry like that, I can understand, because it's like you really, those people that hurt you, you really want to hurt them. So, you try to compare them to the worst thing possible just to get at them.
And that's another thing. How many of y'all have ever seen someone get so mad, a guy, a boy, especially like in a fight or something like that, and tears start coming out their eyes? And it's not necessarily because they scared. It's because they're so fucking pissed that they want to do something evil and awful to someone. What's going on, Jay? How you doing, bruh? But yeah, there's times when people get so angry, tears will run down their face. I remember seeing that shit as a kid, like getting into fights and shit. Motherfuckers, like, they not scared. This boy mad. He ready to kill your ass. But he know if he get in that fight, they gonna beat his ass when he get home. You ain't never seen that? Then shit, you ain't never seen a real motherfucker who mad then. I'll tell you that much right now. There's a kid in my school who got in a fight and he was staring at the other kid with cold, dead eyes with tears. Facts, bruh. Facts. So, I mean, you got to understand that man crying at that point in time is because of the fact that he feels some kind of way about all the shit. And then to have some like snot-nosed fucking little rich girl, which Olivia Wilde fucking is. If y'all don't know about her family, I do. But to have her come out, she ain't never dealt with the plight of men or human beings in general. And that's all he does. But you decide that you want to make this stupid ass smarmy fucking remark. Bitch, shut the fuck up. That man married with a woman who loves and adores him, kids who love and adore him, and his life is fucking fantastic. But just because he speaks for fucking groups that you don't want to fucking agree with your whole fucking, oh my God, feminism, fucking idealism and shit like that, don't mean you get to make that kind of fucking remark. And people who sit there with that whole situation of, oh wow, oh he's crying again. Bitch, y'all ain't never seen that. That is a perfect example right there. Staring at the other kid with cold, dead eyes with tears running down his fucking face. I've seen it so many times. I was so pissed once. Hey, yo, Nina, thanks for the 100 bits cheer. Thank you so much, Nina. I was so pissed once while fighting somebody, I bit through my own fucking lip. Beat the shit. Like, I had to get dragged off of this kid. The tears wouldn't come, but everything was there, setting it all up. But I bit through my own fucking lip. I think that's what kept me from letting one teardrop come while I'm beating the shit out of somebody, because that's how pissed I was when I was younger like that. That's how some people react to shit. I'll read that in a sec.
You couldn't get at them intellectually, so you're going to get at them with name calling.
And can't none of them speak to him intellectually. He has broken every single person down that ever tried to come at him intellectually. Hurt him. Feminists and all.
In order to comprehend and to eat the omelet of knowledge, you're going to need to break those eggshells. And it's going to cause a bunch of problems and shit. You're going to have the courage to break that shell. And in doing all that, because you're just trying to comprehend, you're being called all those kinds of names and stuff like that. I can understand. Sometimes, even in my own community, I can't. Sometimes I shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
I shut up about, but guys, let's just think about that person kind of has a point because, oh my God, you Uncle Tom, you this and that.
Facts.
You can't even talk.
He ain't wrong.
You can't even have a discourse. And
it's hard being the mixed breed in any community, too.
They're hurt, so they can't. It's all fucking trauma that's talking.
I'll read it in a second.
At the same time that I understand that there's trauma, but I also understand that it's not working. You can't talk to someone like that. You cannot talk with someone that has trauma like that. Leave it alone.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Motherfuckers who come off and say stupid shit like that, they usually have bigger problems in their own lives.
That you have is going to lose its efficiency at some point. So I understand where he's from. I understand why he's crying. I understand all of that. You know, we've lost this conversation. I don't even think that we ever had it, but we lost this conversation that we in the society. The key thing to understand each other in a conversation, not to prove a point or to win an argument, but just to understand each other. I can disagree with you and just still understand where you're coming from.
Like 5 minutes left. Try and get through all of it.
There yet. That's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah, so I've never really cared for Jordan Peterson's like politics, but I've always enjoyed a lot of his like psychological.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with the political part of it.
Lectures and stuff. I watched like a lot of those, and they're very interesting for me. He said something there that I thought was interesting when posed the question of being the incel, the king of incels.
I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
And it's weird. But
speak on it.
You know, even the title involuntary celibate, meaning like I don't want this, but it is where I'm at. They really do feel helpless. Now, we can argue that it's of their own decisions. You can argue for some folks it's a choice or they're making bad decisions. You can make a lot of those arguments. But I'm just telling you what they think in their own head. They think they are a victim of circumstances. And whether you believe that or not, what is true is that they are suffering. Now, how they manifest that suffering, be it in terms of insane rhetoric against women or whatever it might be, that is not something we should accept. But there should be a certain level of sympathy for understanding that these are just tremendously lonely individuals.
And that's the problem right there, is that some people in that will say some super off-brand type shit about women, but it's like people who call individuals in the what do they call the red pill community or whatever incels. Nah, bruh. They are talking about legitimate everyday situations that arise with men and women. That's all there is to it. You just don't like the truth. That's all. But the ones who are like, these fucking whores, like, oh my God, they just don't like me because I'm like, oh, like, she's fucking, like, I mean, just spewing like some of the most disgusting, stupid shit about women because they themselves are in that situation. Maybe they don't work out. Maybe they're not attractive to people, whatever. Yeah, that's off. That's a bit off. But when it comes down to it, you know, women tend to have these super, super high standards and things like that. Like, great, have standards. But then all of a sudden they get into the age group of like 40, you know, the late 30s, 40s, shit like that. And it's like, why won't men pay attention to me? Why don't they pick me anymore? Well, bitch, there was a dude who was willing to spend his entire life with you, but he didn't make 6 figures. The dude that was making 6 figures didn't want you to be his bitch. All the niggas was cheating on you. That guy might not have. You thought he looked good. He had a decent personality, a good fucking job, but you didn't want him. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. You know? But okay, let's see. Speaking of rich girl, there are a few bitches in my school, beautiful young women, yet they choose to be snot-nosed assholes, and all of them bring Louis Vuitton and talking about their 20 cars and hot tubs and shit. Look, bro, I'm not gonna get it. Whatever. I mean, dead ass. Girls like that, guys like that. If you have that kind of privilege and things like that, and it's something you want to sit there and, oh my God, I have all this, bro. Like, my dad brought me a brand new fucking Benz yesterday, bro. Oh my God, bro. Like, fucking A, bro. Oh, bruh. Like, listen. It was always funny to me having all the things that I was lucky enough to have growing up and everything else, and no matter what happened, you know, later on in life, whatever. But I still worked for things even at that point in time that I did not have to. Had nice cars, lived on my own for a very long time, beautiful house, like everything. I never, ever allowed myself to associate with those types of people because they didn't understand what it actually meant to be an individual. They were all trying to play this fucking role. And it's a very sad role to watch and see at times when people are like that. Don't worry about them. Keep doing you. And later on in life, when mommy and daddy cut them off of the fucking drug habits they end up having, when mommy and daddy cut them the fuck off because they actually need to learn some kind of fucking lifestyle or some kind of life values or whatever, and you doing just fine, and you have been, you can always look back and say, ha, ha, like, pull that on them. Pull that one on them. Like, dead ass. No joke. Never worry about that shit. Just keep doing you. People say don't judge a book by its cover. I do judge a book by its cover, then see what's inside of it. You can really see what someone's going through. It's true. I think it's brainwashing for older generations from older folk. I think it's the brainwashing from older generations, from older folk, who brought up all the men, boys, and said, be a man each time, any type of emotion, and all these women have picked up on it too. To where if they see an emotion from a male, it means to them they are not a man. Okay, so Nina, you are right and wrong at the same time. And the reason why is this. These things are inherent. I hate to say it. A lot of these things are fucking inherent. And it's not just the older generation, but it's society as a whole. What I mean by that is this, all right? In a lot of households, yes, it's not typical household is mom and dad raising the kids together, whatever. There's some household where there's only mom. There's some households where there's only dad. I get that. Mom was usually the one that was always like, protective of the kids, especially, the little, boys and girls, we get treated differently. We do. Because the world is going to treat us differently as we get older. Mom was always the protective one. Dad was the one who was like, you know what, I'm protective, but I'll discipline your ass in a heartbeat. In fact, it was so much so at one point where it was like, oh, you got in trouble today? Wait till your daddy get home. They handled it that way. At the same time, while growing up, dad always understood something because of what society puts on men. And that is, as a man, you are fucking worthless until you prove yourself. Until you prove otherwise. This is something that's been there for all of history. All right? Don't harm women and children. We protect women and children. Men, go out, hunt, gather, blah, 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 so on and so forth, yada, yada. When the village gets raided, who has to protect the village? The men. When someone breaks in the house, you and your girl at the crib, you are expected to fucking go and protect the home. Not her. In fact, the value of a woman, and this is the situation here. This is just reality. I hate to be the one to have to give, realism as part of the stream, but it is what it is, especially when we're talking about this type of shit. The fact is that at the very moment a young woman turns the age of 18, anything and everything in the world is open and available to her at the ready, especially if she look good. Shit, there's females out here that are 5'4", weighing 680, still getting flew out bags. The fuck? A woman can easily go on OnlyFans and go ahead and sell feet pic and make bread. Guys, nah. Your job as a man, and it has been this way for many, many years. And this is not to say that women don't do certain jobs in the world. Don't ever, ever think that. Anyone that sees this. If you do, you're a fucking idiot. And therefore don't know anything about what I've said over all this time of me streaming, whatever, making content. But the fact is, men are willing to do, and do the hardest jobs in order to maintain society. Women, on the other hand, it was proven, especially when we watched that video. Hey, what would you rather do? Would you rather make $100,000 a year working in sewers, or would you get paid $0 and be a CEO? Every woman, every young girl there said these words. CEO. I don't need to pay. I'm not working in the fucking sewers. I don't give a fuck. It's not happening. At the same time as well, here's the other thing. Women expect these things of men. Pure and simple. Be chivalrous. Open the doors. We watched that video. You weren't here, Nina, the other day when we watched that. Every girl on there, I legit was like, I'm done with the stream right now. I'm fucking done. When a girl who's 23 years old says, yeah, I don't care, whatever, guys, he can be whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden they ask, how much money does this man need to make? And what do you expect of him? He has to be chivalrous. He has to open the doors, treat me like a lady, treat others, with respect, be a man. He has to have, he has to be able to protect me and everything else. Protection is the number one thing on the general probability of it when it comes to women that they expect from a man. Protection and then provisioning. And when they asked how much these girls expected the guys to make, she's 23 years old, looking for guys in their early 20s, everything else. Oh, he's got to make $100,000 at least. The other girl that blew my fucking mind, 23 years old, has to be in her age group, whatever, upwards to 30. He has to make at least $400,000 so that he can, provide for my lifestyle. And bitch, wait a minute, $400,000 at 20, bitch. Oh my God, nope, and nope. But the reality of it is that even though, yes, the old generations are telling young boys, hey, you have to be a certain way. The reason why is because it's true. We are nothing in this world if we don't produce. And everything that has been essentially built, the reason why civilization is so safe and calm, the reason why we have the technologies, the reason why we have bras and fucking tampons to make women's lives easier, it all came from men. But yet, to be able to sit and say, men ain't shit, fuck men, we don't need them, that's feminism speaking. And it's not even what the truth of feminism actually was about. It's insane. Let me get back to chat so we can finish this off and we can get up out of here. Stereotypes about women are wrong because it's only some young women today and it's probably all an act. No, it's not an act. I hate to say this. And yes, stereotypes are wrong. However, when you take a look at things, you don't look at the small portion of things. You look at the generalized population. If I were to say, and listen, I've spoken to more women than most people have ever seen. Okay. I mean, let me keep it at a stack. And I had these conversations with women of all ages, all creeds, groups, different lifestyles. Fucking, it does not matter. I've had these conversations. The fact of the matter is this: they expect very specific things. And if you're in any form of long-term relationship with them, oh no. At some point, what they're going to want on the greater scale of it is a specific type of lifestyle that you better be able to give them. Not just that, but you think it's only young women. It's not. It's not. We prove that with Tinder all the time. Bitches in their 40s. Follow me on Instagram. Bitch, what? Oh my God. Nah, it's way beyond that. It's way beyond that. Let's see. If you watch 5 Hardest Jobs, all men. I'm just saying, no hate. No, that's absolutely correct. That's why men will die in their specific lines of work. Women go for more social jobs, typically. Don't get into science, technologies, engineering, mathematics, different things of that nature. You don't see women working. I mean, you might, out of fucking every 1,000 men, find one woman working on an oil rig. These niggas be losing their hands out there. Fingers. Motherfuckers called Stumpy now. Still out there working on a fucking oil rig. When an oil rig blows up on the ocean and you have to dive into the water that's still on goddamn fire. I ain't never seen a woman in that shit. working as trash men. I don't think I've ever seen even one trash woman in the States, especially when you localize it to the U.S. alone. This is the most imbalanced fucking country in the world. Like, I mean, it's just facts. I understand this. I work in a mostly male type of work bill, and I know exactly. I know who you work for. Exactly. I'd rather work and get my hands dirty along with my man, not have him hand everything to me on a silver platter other than cooking. Yeah, because you don't cook. Yeah, no. But that's the thing. A lot of these females nowadays, it's like, oh no, I don't even want to work. And that's fine, because most guys are like, bitch, you don't have to. If I'm making the bread to take care of everything, cool. But there are certain things I'm going to need you to fucking do. I mean, damn. How is it possible that the one thing that starts up relationships, usually sex, you can have the most amazing fucking sex with a woman when y'all start that relationship up? I'm talking, she calling daddy, I need that dick right now. And like, baby girl, get your ass over here. Oh my God. Like, I mean, it just be like that. And then all of a sudden you in the relationship, y'all living together, y'all might get married. Like, how the fuck, wait. When niggas say I ain't had sex in a couple months, nigga, you married. Wait, what? Wait, what? She give you head or something? Like, I mean, I just need to know. I need to know, like, wait, what the fuck? What is happening here? Like, damn, you don't have shit to do. And listen, I understand, if you got kids and shit, kids are little rugrats. They little terrorists and shit. I get it. They be tiring as fuck. But if your dude's out working 12, 13 hours to go ahead and give you the fucking lifestyle that you want, he's going out to work every single day, give you the lifestyle you want. Listen, I've cleaned the house. My old house. 1 hour. 3 bedrooms, an office, the entire kitchen, the fucking the living room. Even went outside, swept off my back patio, pulled a few weeds and shit like that. Just because I had time on a Friday to do it. 1 hour. That's it. You can't clean. It took you 12 fucking hours. Oh, and did my own laundry. Bitch, cooked a meal. Did it all. But you tripping because you had to do that? And I'm out working as a slave, to pay for everything? I can't even get head? Oh, no, cuz. No. We got beef. For real. And if the dude is running a business or something like that, how's the lady just not going to help and support him somehow by like, hey, you know what? I'll deal with your paperwork or whatever. Shit, I ain't got nothing else going on. But you're supposed to break all your bread off to this. Okay, like whatever. Keep it going. And home protection is a what? I'm a pussy cat. Oh yeah, of course, home protection. Exactly. Nina, no man should ever expect his woman to protect the home. I'm saying that right now. Call it, hey, what, motherfuckers gonna call me misogynistic for saying that? Look, I don't give a fuck. Any woman, like you at my crib or I'm at your crib, some shit like that. I'm fucking with some random broad, whatever. I'm at her crib. Somebody breaking the house, nigga, I'm still going out beating ass. Because it's just, we're built that way. That's how guys are built. We can't blame it on the like old generations. No, society dictated that, and we are inherently built with that shit in us. We are the aggressive, like, look, whatever. Again, I'm saying women can't do dirty work. Wait, no, I know what you said. Women can do dirty work. They just don't want to. But not most of it. I'm sorry. Our weekly deadlock, our weekly what? Trash pickup is by women. Okay, now, let me ask you a question. That's the first time I've ever heard that. That industry, however, is still dominated by men. Let me ask you a question. Is it the truck that has the arm that reaches out, grabs, tosses over, golden? Is it that? Because let me tell you about what trash pickup is outside of that. What, they actually come out, grab the trash, pick it up, throw it into the back of the truck, and toodaloo, that sort of situation. And they say okay, don't spend enough time with me. Then they say you don't spend enough time with me. Exactly. I've spoken about that as well. All right, but here's the thing, Deadlock. Again, exception versus rule. Exception meaning, do you know, okay, if I took, here's the circle. All right, just that big of a circle. Those two women that do that trash pickup where you are this big in that circle. I don't have shit that small to actually put on screen. I mean, like I just saw this piece of, I don't know. I think that's dust. Maybe it's a Ruffles chip crumb from last night. But yeah, that's how big, and you can't even see it, can you? Oh, there it is. It kind of got in there. That's how much of the industry they make up as a whole. It's that simple. My entire life, never once seen a female who's a garbage man in the States. My entire life of living in the States. That's the first I've ever heard of it. But anyway, let's finish this video off.
Who are suffering. I don't look at women who are approaching the age of 40 crying because they can't find somebody and then think, well,
facts.
Good. I think that's incredibly sad. I think that's incredibly sad. When you got these moms crying,
even though that's by their own choice,
the age of 40 because like they haven't made it, I don't think that's great. No, that's sad. And if people want to work with these people to help them make better choices or to help them understand these things better, I'm all for it. At the end of the day, irrespective of whether or not their decisions got them to where they're at or not, what is true, okay, is for what's good for a society as a whole, if we can change people's mindset to some degree, if we can make people make better choices in life, that's good for everyone. Because guess what? Disaffected, lonely people are not good for society as a whole.
Facts.
Because those are the people that you can radicalize.
And they're dangerous.
That you can turn violent.
I will say men of that nature are the most dangerous people in society. I'm not kidding. Because nothing gets done at that point. And to make it worse, they are dangerous in the manner of those are the ones that might go out and end up grape and all kinds of shit. Yeah, I'll replay it. It's in charge of the trash pickup is a woman. I know her personally, and within 2 weeks she'll be retiring. And are you talking about, is that one of those what are they called? One of those services that it's not done by the city or the state or whatever? Yeah, I'll replay it right now, Nina. Is that what you're talking about, Deadlock? I mean, that's just like a all-female fucking auto shop. And oh my God, we had one out here that didn't last very long, especially considering the stuff that happened. The stuff that ended up happening as far as that shop goes. I mean, that's what I mean. Even still, Deadlock, it's insignificant. It is insignificant to the number of actual people who do that specific job. It's insignificant. Honestly. I mean, all you just told me, 2, maybe 3 individuals. So they work for the city. They don't own their own company that's doing that. Even still, 3 out of, yeah, whatever. Let me replay that part. Hang on.
Understand these things better, I'm all for it. At the end of the day, irrespective of whether or not their decisions might be, that is not something we should accept. But there should be a certain level of sympathy for understanding that these are just tremendously lonely individuals who are suffering. I don't look at women who are approaching the age of 40 crying because they can't find somebody and then think, well, good. I think that's incredibly sad. I think that's incredibly sad. When you got these moms crying that they still need to lean on their parents in the ages of 40 because like they haven't made it, I don't think that's great. No, that's sad. And if people want to work with these people to help them make better choices or to help them understand these things better, I'm all for it.
And they shouldn't get clowned for it at all.
Irrespective of whether or not their decisions got them to where they're at or not, what is true, okay, is for what's good for a society as a whole, if we can change people's mindset to some degree, if we can make people make better choices in life, that's good for everyone. Because guess what? Disaffected, lonely people are not good for society as
and
a whole.
are
'Cause
dangerous.
Those are the people that you can radicalize. Those are the people that you can turn violent, okay? People ask me, like, why Jordan Peterson became popular. And it was really that one line that everyone started repeating everywhere. Remember that line? Clean your room.
Clean your room before you try to change the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why did men gravitate towards that message so much?
Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that are going to point out the fingers while 3 fingers are pointing back at them.
It's because a lot of men need to be told to take responsibility for their lives.
Because guess what?
Ask me, like,
Their parents are no longer fucking doing that.
Should they go to college? Should they start their own business? I'm like, take some responsibility in life.
Their parents are no longer telling them to fucking take responsibility. And that's how we get to a lot of the fucking problems we have right now.
Start doing shit. Take on responsibility. Men need to hear that. Because more and more men are checking out. More and more. Checking out of schools, checking out of diplomas, checking out of the dating market. And, promise you this, in 20 years, you're going to see those big effects. I think the polarization will continue. And I think those who claim to be for the disenfranchised aren't willing to admit that young men are the disenfranchised in a lot of ways. And they don't care to.
Yep.
Just the other day, when he was talking to me, she's like, you know what I just learned recently? I was like, what? She's like, apparently dudes kill themselves a lot. I was like,
yo, how the fuck didn't she know that? How the fuck does anybody not know that? How does no one know that? That guys end themselves a lot. Not just a lot, but more than women by leaps and bounds. We watched I told y'all the story and watched part of the video about the woman who decided to live as a man for 2 years. Wrote books about it, everything else. And she was so distraught about doing that she ended herself. Come on, man. Like, I don't give a fuck. I understand. I think it's hard on both. It can be hard on both men and women. But just like some people like to say, more women have life on easy mode than a man by far. Just is what it is. I mean, fuck. It's hard to fucking disagree with. But how does anyone not know how often it is that men will go to that extent, especially when it's due to bad relationships? It happens a ton.
Recently,
this happened last week, this conversation.
Look at it on video games. See how a male is
They
treated.
don't know. Most of them don't care. And they pretend they do because it's the right thing to say from a PR.
I'm going to say something about that,
Nina.
Nina.
Their policies and the stuff that they support, or even the rhetoric online indicates that. The amount of women who say, like, oh, yeah, I care. Men are trash right afterwards. Oh, yes.
Facts, nigga. Facts.
I care about men. Then why is it that the pinned post on your Twitter page is men are trash?
And it's fine. And it's actually fine that you don't care about everything. It's fine. It's fine because, boo-boo, you got.
But don't act like you do. Shit.
But if you got your own shit up to worry about, and it's fine that you don't care, let other people care.
Yep.
And that's the reason why there's some things like that happening. Because some of y'all really don't care. The problem is that some of y'all don't care and claim that you do when you really don't.
I also think that the term incel, like, I don't even know if people know what it means. Because I've been called an incel. I'm like, bitch, how am I an incel when I'm inside a bitch right now?
That nigga's stupid. How am I being called an incel right now? I'm inside a bitch right now.
That don't mean that. Well, that's
He a fool.
The minute there's a word,
Oh fuck.
the minute.
All right, yeah, that's about the end of it. Yeah, hell, look at it on video games. See how a male is treated versus a woman. Exactly, and that's the thing. Everything media-wise is going towards that. I mean, some of these fucking movies and shows and everything else, like, oh my God. Oh my God. Men are just fuck. they're horrible. Like I watched a movie where all it was them showing men doing bad things for the sake of doing bad things, and the woman somehow was supposed to be the fucking protagonist of the movie, even though she got a motherfucker killed over her bad choices and kept putting herself in stupid fucking situations due to her own bad choices, but she was the protagonist of it all? Like, what? What in all the fuck? I played 3 old damn games of UFC. We still on there. Motherfuckers, we talking about shit. That's how it goes. I mean, goddamn, King Brian, you should know better. We talk about shit on here. But anyway, yeah, I just found that to be very, very interesting. I get their viewpoint on it very much so as well. Very much so. So, yeah, that's the end of that video. Let's see. We got a bunch of other ones. Malika Andrew, Preston Stephen A. Smith. Where's the other ones? When fake accusations go wrong. I kind of want to watch that one. We're definitely watching that right there. The 2v2. When you're stupid. We got a couple of those we're going to watch. Oh, yeah, I want to see that. Why should someone hook up with you? I put that on right before I started the stream. And we got another fucking cheater in Warzone. So we got tons of different shit going on. We got tons of different videos to watch. Plus, we go get into the old school versus new school rap battle game. And we got Tender coming up. All kinds